Hi everyone, this is CS50 2025X and today we are going to discuss the problem set 3 plurality. In this problem set, our goal is to write a program that conducts a plurality election. So how this election works? So in this election, each voter will vote for one candidate, and the candidate having the maximum number of votes will be announced as a winner. So if there is a tie among the number of votes between candidates, all tied candidates will be announced as winners. So first of all, the CS50 staff made your life easier by giving you some source code which you can download from here. Here is the link given to download this distribution code by performing some operations. After performing these operations, let me show you how this source code look like. So we are in the cs50.dev and I'm showing you the CS50 staff source code. So let me explain you step by step how this works. First of all, as usual, we import our necessary library CS50 standard IO string.h. Okay, and in the second step, we define the maximum number of candidates as constant, like 9. So we cannot exceed after 9. If we exceed above 9, then we will print an output having some error message. Okay, so I'll show you later. So in the second step, what they have done, they uses a struct and they input and they store the string name and integer votes among them, and they given the name of a struct as candidates. Okay, and then what they did, they stored the total number of candidates which are 9 in our case into this name candidates of type struct candidate. Okay, and then they created an integer having name candidate count, which we will use below. And here are the two functions prototypes which are created below. Here is the vote function, here is the print winner function, and in order to use them above, we created two prototypes. And then let's discuss the I will discuss these two functions after few moments. Let's discuss first the command line arguments. Next, we check if the users entered candidates names are less than 2. If it is true, then we will print an output message of usage plurality candidates, and then we will return 1 as a false. So the integer created above, candidate count, we set its value equals to the argument count minus 1. So why we subtract 1 from the argument count? Because as you know how argument count works. So even if the user input these values \plurality David, Jordan and Julia, its argument count would be of 4. Why 4? Because argument count also includes the program name as an count, and add 1 into the argument count, and then here is 2, 3 and 4. So its argument count would be of 4, but our main goal is to handle these candidates instead of the program name. So we will subtract 1 from it and set its value equals to 3. So then we move to the next step. Even after subtracting 1 from this program name, if candidates count still exceed above our maximum value, which is 9 in our case, then we will print an error message that maximum number of candidates is 9, and we will return 2 as a false message. Okay, in the next step, we initialize our array of candidates and assign names and votes from the command line arguments. We set votes equal to 0 and name equal to the argv I plus 1. Why we added 1 into the index I? Because as you know, the index of 0 equals to the program name, which is plurality, for example, and but our main goal is to handle with these candidates instead of this program. Therefore we added 1. So we will move from index 0 to index 1 and so on to loop through these candidates David, Jordan, Julia, for example. Okay, I hope you are understanding this concept. Then we created an integer of name voter count. We will input from the user that how many number of voters are taking part in this election, and then we loop through all of these voters. For example, if there are 4 number of voters taking part in this election, this loop will run 4 times, and each time it will get an input from the user that who are they going to vote for. Here's the vote function comes in, and our distribution code is also ended by the CS50 staff. Next we have to perform some to-dos by ourselves, so let me show you the complete code of this problem. Alright, so here is the complete code. So let me tell you how this vote function will work. So we will loop through all of the candidates, and in this loop function we uses an if statement, and we uses string compare, which is a function to compare 2 strings together. We will compare the array of candidates which we created above dot name at index I with the name we got from the user. I hope this is clear. Let me tell you again. We will compare 2 strings together. First string is the array of candidates of names at index I with the name we got from the user, and if these 2 names are similar, which is equal to 0, then we will increase 1 vote into that candidate's vote. I hope this is clear, and if it is not clear, then reverse it, and you will understand it better. So overall, what this vote function is doing, it is just looping through all of the candidates and comparing the entered name with each candidate name, and using strcmp, which is a function to compare 2 strings, and if there is a match, it is increasing the votes of that candidate with 1 and returning true, and if it is not, then it is returning false. And if the user's entered name is not in our vote function, which means if the user's entered name is not in our array of candidates, then we will output an error message, invalid vote, and we will exit it from this loop. So in the final step, we are going to find and print the winner of the election. First of all, we declared an integer of name max votes and set its value equal to 0. In the next step, we will loop through all of the candidates to find the maximum number of votes, and then we will store that candidates votes into this integer variable max votes. Okay, and then we will loop again to print the name of any candidate whose vote count matches that max votes integer. If yes, then we will print that candidate's name. Okay, I hope this is clear. I will tell you again. First, we created a max vote function integer and set its value equal to 0. Then we loop through all of the candidate to check whose candidates votes are maximum, and we stored that value into this max votes integer. Then we loop again to find the name of that candidate. We loop through all of the candidates votes and check whose candidates votes equals to that max votes. Once we find whose candidate vote equal to that max votes, we will print its name. It will check it automatically. So let's run our code. Make plurality /plurality David, Julia and Jordan. Okay, and enter. Here number of voters are 3. First vote goes to David, second goes to Jordan, third goes to also David, and the winner is David. Thanks for watching. I hope this step-by-step guide help you understand how to perform this problem. If you like my video, please hit the bell icon and subscribe to my channel. If you have any question, drop them in the comment sections. See you next time.